Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're back for more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I guess let's just get right into it. We're on our year 13. I'm thinking I might just try playing it with the mouse for now. Hello, Otis. Welcome to the stream. I did find it more convenient with the cards like this. And I think I can actually, like... Can I check my... Yeah, I can just, like, mouse over stuff and see all my stats and whatnot. I think that might be more convenient. Let's try that out for now. Wait, what is this thing? Oh, yeah, okay. Right. We get double kudos, so I wanted to do kudos and also get up some of my social stats, so I think we wanted to work at the depot for that, right? This is so funny, the hormones. Can I control? Yeah, I can control this with the mouse too, nice. I almost completely forgot about my little friend. My little friend. Did it make a little squeaky noise? I can't tell, but it does bounce when I click on it. Cute. I forget if I've talked to people this month. Petting it, yeah. I don't think I could do that with the controller. The many advantages of mouse. You haven't seen your mom at mealtimes for a while. Probably just missing her. She works really hard here, so she's likely working through lunch and dinner and then begging leftovers from the kitchens. Yeah, she's really working hard. Everyone is, really. You spout your dad playing cards with two of the other agriculturists. You don't recognize the game, but you watch your dad throw down his hand and groan, then peel off his shirt and toss it into the pot. I'm literally losing my shirt over here, he says, and his two friends laugh uproariously. Your dad wipes his eyes, chuckling, then sees you. Oh, hey, Solana! You need something? Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Ah. Ah. Okay. Oh, we already gave her a gift. Right, I wanted to continue keeping track of our, birthday times. So Cal is still 14. And then these two are still 12. And I think they're the only ones we don't have yet. His friends are like, Geranium, we are not playing strip poker. You always do this. Oh no. Okay. Well, I guess let's just confirm what stuff can we do. We want to do some kind of studying at some point, but I think for these months we're going to just work. We're gonna work, get some kudos, get some stuff, talk to Mars while we're here, of course. And yeah, we just do some of this, and we get organizing and persuasion and kudos, and even friendship with Mars. So, let's go for it. Mars insisted on being the one who talks to people and takes requisitions, while you work hidden in the back, loading packages onto the conveyor belt. Mars is counting her kudos tips for the week. Mars hoots. 10 kudos! I'm going to buy so many sour sticks with all these tips? It's not fair. You're the one running around in the back doing all the heavy lifting, while she gets all the credit and kudos. And you want those kudos because... I guess it's just the principle of the thing. Mars sees your barely controlled anger and can't help but rub it in. What? She says innocently. Are you jealous? Ooh. Huh. I am kind of tempted. We really need that persuasion, huh? What is our persuasion now, anyway? 7. We're actually not that far, but... Yikes. Oh, this would have been such a nice card to have, too. Either of them, really. Welp, too bad for us. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Pursue Persuasion 7. I know, we're so bad at it. You yell at her. Those tips should be yours. Her job is way easier and you're doing all the work. She shouts back. Maybe I get so many tips because I have a better attitude. You don't get tips by yelling at everybody you know. Well, at least we don't seem to have lost friendship points with her. Yet. Oh, no, we gained. She liked it. Dang, that's a lot of kudos. You feel the blood rush to your face and open your mouth to keep shouting when Mars bursts into laughter and taps her hollow palm. Here, take the kudos. I was just joking. I didn't mean to turn you into the Hulk or anything. Your face looks like a giant tomato. She seems to be happy that you stood up for yourself. It's just a game, she tells you. To see how many tips I can get. I don't even need the kudos. She unfortunately has a point that Persuasion score keeps fighting us. Yeah, maybe that's the next thing we need to work on. Persuasion and reasoning, I think, keep screwing us over. I think I want that reasoning to be at least 15. And persuasion definitely at least 10, hopefully more. Random card locked in the slot. Nice, okay. St. Valentine, Ricky Dicky, and the Hulk have survived into the space creature. I'm keeping a list. Well, thank you for keeping track of that for us. Interesting. So this can... Oh, look at that. You can even get, like, little hints for your cards. The power of mouse. So that'll keep going down. Well, if we play another card, that'll go down to 2, which is not ideal for us. But, well, I guess that's still identical. I mean, it's good enough. We can potentially try to do better. Whatever. Good enough. 18 kudos. Look at that. Oh, we'll check our birthdays again. Cal's birthday! They're still 12. Okay. Well, we want to go back here eventually, but for now... let's go talk to everyone, including Cal. Our birthday boy. Cal takes a deep breath and lets it all out in a huge sigh. I think... we've read this one, right? I don't remember. I love the smell of the air here, he says. It's not clean like the Strato, but like, it's fresh, if you know what I mean. It smells like dirt and compost and manure and growing things. When I breathe it in, it's just... He takes another breath. It just reminds me that everything here is alive and important. Oh, I can hover over them to see my friendship and everything. Oh boy. We have to give Cal the biggest of logs. We do know that he likes the eggs, but I imagine he likes logs too. I want to try giving him a log, I think. Cal accepts your gift with a genuine smile. Thanks for thinking of me on my birthday, Solana. Does he like the logs? I don't know if he does. Yeah, he likes the eggs better, I think. Ooh! Look at that! We can talk to Mom! Your mom is staring solemnly at a wheelbarrow of withered, gnarly-looking crops. She says, to the agriculturist entering the stalk into his hollow palm. I hope this isn't going to be the case forever. We're going to be in real trouble soon. She looks up at you as you approach. Solana, do you need something? Tell her what you learned today. Kitty has arrived also. Kitty. You've been learning about different organizational methods in school. Alphabetical, chronological, Dewey Decimal. Honestly, it sounds like a lot of work. Why would you bother to organize anything when you can just ask congruence to find whatever you need? It's just paperwork. Oh boy. Do you even know why we call it paperwork? Your mom laughs. It's true. It's not like you're sorting actual paper. Back on Earth, we used to have to use paper to... Nah, never mind. She slaps you on the back. Good for you for having your your head together. Thanks, Mom. Your mom passes you a soy ration bar from her pocket. Here, Solana, eat up. You need your strength. Alright. Well, that's that. Dis is fiddling with the toggles on his jacket, watching the comings and goings of expeditions. I want to go with them, he mumbles. But not with them, you know? Like, I just want to be alone in the wilderness for a while. A little smile plays across the corner of his lips. It sounds nice. The whole congruence thing is increasingly really funny in the current state of things. Yeah.
Already spend as little time around other teenagers as possible.
Tang sniffs dismissively.
Now that everyone smells and is growing hair in unfortunate places? Absolutely not.
Her lip curls in disgust.
What a cosmic joke. Hormones that encourage us to be intimate with one another, while simultaneously turning us into disgusting, sweaty, stinking beasts. No, thank you. I have never allowed my biology to dictate who I am, and I don't intend to start now.
Damn. She is brutal. Oh boy. Well. Keep going, I guess. Mars has asked you to recruit some new members for the Secret Fun Times Club. Who do you approach about this fun, exciting opportunity to make friends and be your own boss? My dad, I guess. I like how this is the option for when you don't have enough friendship with anybody. It's like, well, let's hang out with my parents. They'll, you know, always love me and hang out with me. Although, to be fair, my parents are also, like, crazy busy. Wasn't Nemi already part of the club? I don't remember. I do feel like I want to get her in on this. The twins are never beating the increasingly more intense but in different directions allegations. I feel like she'd be into this. Let's get Nemi in on this.
A club? Nemi says, scratching her nose with the back of her hand. I guess. I'm already in a club, though. I'll do it, but you gotta hold a meeting during blurb. 'Cause I got sports ball practice during Yelly.
What the heck are those words? Are those like days of the week? Duly noted. You'll tell Mars to move the club meetings to Second Sun. It shouldn't be a problem. Or are they like times of day? I don't understand this. Nemi startles you by jumping to her feet.
Cal! Hey, Cal!
Cal stops what he's doing and trots over. Nemi swings her arm around his shoulders.
Do you want to join a secret club?
She's just immediately roping someone else in. Not much of a secret, I guess. But you know what? I'm totally down for Cal joining. You make the universal sign across your neck for stop talking. But Nemi just grins.
What kind of secret club would take me and not Cal?
Looks like you got a 2-for-1? Hell yeah. Test tube meme, finally! A day of the week without the letter Y. Nemi and Cal are both at the next meeting, and very excited to be part of the group. Mars looks excited to have more people to boss around.
Anemone can be vice president of kicking stuff, Mars announces. You know, if we need extra security, or, like, if we need to open a door and can't use our hands. Cal will be vice president of transportation, Mars continues. Cal pulls out his hoverboard and grins. That'll be useful if we need to get somewhere fast. Or, if only one of us does, anyway. He can deliver secret messages, too.
I mean, don't we have our, like, phones for that? Mars makes them raise their hands.
Do you promise to always be cool kids and do fun stuff together and never tell any adults about the Secret Fun Times Club?
Cal and Nemi agree readily. Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't propose bringing my dad in. Hang on, did I mess up my positioning? Okay. Alright, whoops. Alright, we want total equals goal. We have these reds and we have these blues. Okay, that's pretty nice. +1 if this has the highest value. No ties, that's annoying. I mean, what if we just kind of do something like this? Not good enough. Well, try to get the 4 in play, but that's not good enough either. I'm not doing well on this one. +2 to cards with gems is very good for this. We can do a 3, 4, 5. But that gets us too high. Ah! Come on. Why is that not working? Oh, here we go. That is a lot of kudos. We're getting so many kudos. Look at that, we finally passed 10 persuasion. Do a birthday check again. Nope, there's still 12. Imagine if their birthday is during glow season. That would be fun. Wait. Well, okay, I'm gonna come back here anyway. I can talk to Mars after. Honestly, I should probably give people more gifts. Because, before I was saving them up just because I was short on them. But now I have quite a few to mess around with, so I can potentially start being a little bit more generous with these things. And not just, not just use them for birthdays. Plant thing. This is presumably outside. There he is. This is skipping stones across a flat stretch of rock. I talked to my sister today. He says, skip. She's doing some kind of super secret extra credit project in engineering. She wanted to gloat, I guess. He tosses the rock into the air and catches it. Whatever. She just likes it when people pay attention to her. Well. Alright, I guess that's... Oh. Well, there goes my tracking. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that off for now. My phone is overheating. You're scrolling through a hollow novel behind the desk when Tangent comes in. She pauses and looks uncomfortable when she sees you and Mars looking at her, and quickly disappears into the shelves. You and Mars shrug. A few minutes later, Tang comes up to the counter and drops a fistful of candy. She shifts from foot to foot as you ring her up, jostling up and down and rubbing her stomach. I also need something from behind the counter, says quietly. Some medicine. You ask her what she needs, and she mumbles the name. You can't hear her. Huh. Do you remember Mars' birthday? I guess I didn't. Yeah, no, because she was in, yeah, early wet. And I did, in fact, forget to give her something. Oops. Whoopsies. I'm sorry, Mars. She mumbles it again, a little louder. Mars stifles a giggle. Can you not? Like, she's clearly very uncomfortable with this. Tang rolls her eyes.
Mars, she curses. I need fart pills, okay? The stupid alien bacteria and all the weird native food makes my stomach upset. OMG, Mars laughs. You have blue gut? Really? Tang the Perfect has blue farts?
Can you shut up? Tang crosses her arms and looks miserable. You give Mars a questioning look.
Blue gut? Mars says. You know, when you keep farting and farting all this, like, blue dusty stuff?
Mars leans over the counter to get a better look at Tang's backside.
Oh no, she says dramatically. White was not the best color to wear today, Tangent. Your butt's as blue as Solana's hair.
Mars cackles as Tang anxiously cranes her neck to look at her rear. Oh my god, this girl.
Liar.
Tang mumbles, not meeting your eyes.
Just give me the pills, please. I don't want to talk about my stupid body.
Oof. I mean, try to lighten the mood as long as I don't make a joke that, like, makes things worse. Like, that could also go badly. Maybe sensitive and nice is the better way to go. Oh? She does not like that. Interesting. Which is understandable, because she was also all, you know, like, I hate being coddled, and, like, I hate when people tell me that it's okay to make mistakes and all that stuff. So she very much does not want you to be sensitive and nice with her. I should have known that. Though, to be fair, I also, like, don't want to be choosing these dialogue options just for, like, how to get the most points with which character. You let Tangent know that you're very sorry this is happening to her. Luca is in an uncomfortable condition, you tell her, but it doesn't make her a bad person. You let her know that if there's anything you can do to help, you'll be there for her, because that's what friends are for. This approach seems to make Tang even more miserable. She takes her order and rushes out of the depot as soon as you're done. Poor girl. Oh my gosh. Friendship maximization shall wait until later on. Probably. Yeah, I kind of flubbed that, huh? Okay, so we can get like a... we can do this, and then we have a lot of 4s. And I think either of these can become a 4. But we don't necessarily want that if we want to equal the goal. Although... super goal. Whoa. That still does not help. Yeah, that'll still be a 4 though. There we go. Okay, so we wanted to rest this month and then explore next month. That was the plan. Mars has set up her hollow screen to reflect her face, and she's swatching various eyeshadows on her forearm. Just because we're out here struggling to survive in the musty armpit of space doesn't mean we can't enjoy ourselves a little. She gestures to her eyeshadow palette. If I have the kudos to print luxury goods, why shouldn't I? Oh, let's check our birthdays again. Birthdays. There's still 12. We have 2 more options left. Oh, we can rename our character from there? That's interesting. Hey, hi. Hi, kitty. Mom mutters to herself as she pulls potatoes from the ground in clusters barely larger than your palm. Still, you hear her say, before her head jerks up and she sees you standing there. Didn't see you there, Solana. What do you need? Well, nothing right now. Kitty. Bye, kitty. Cal looks up from his planting. What's up, Solana? He asks. Wanna help? I got a lot of seeds to get in the ground. Is this out here? Yeah, he is. Yeah. I think... So I think we tried to do the... We tried to do the resting in the park to, like, increase... upgrade pet cards? I don't think it did anything, though. So let's try it again, I guess, and maybe we didn't have it equipped or something, and you need to have it equipped. Or maybe it just takes time. Let's try it, I guess. You play with your Ricky Tiki. Hanging out with them just outside the walls. It's uneventful, which is exactly what you needed. You try to teach them some simple commands. Stay, follow, speak. It's adorable watching them tilt their head from side to side when they're trying to figure something out. They don't really seem to get it, but you get the impression they're trying. They didn't do anything last time because there was an event happening that overrode the pet increasing event, that being resting in the garden for the first time event. Gotcha, that makes sense. Okay, well, we're getting it now. You quickly realize the Ricky must be named after the sound they make when they're happy. A whirring, clicking noise. For a weird, spider tentacle creature, it's really cute. You get a +1 bond. So cute. Alright, goodbye, one. Alright, it's exploration month. You find your mom slumped against the wall of the geoponics domes. Her hollow palm open to a bunch of charts and spreadsheets. Hey, kiddo, she says tiredly. What do you need? Well, nothing right this moment. We can... what's this? Oh, right, because I got... no stress or worries. Birthday check again. There we go! We'll go hang out with Dis out in the... out in the wilderness for his birthday. I'm sure he'll have fun. Okay, what would she like? I think she liked the medicinal roots. We can double check that. Yeah.
It seems you remembered my birthday, Tang says, taking the roots and turning them over in her hands.
Her lip curls in distaste at the dirt that still clings to them.
How thoughtful of you. I have much to do today, but I'll set these roots aside to analyze later.
She turns to walk away, then remembers herself.
Thank you,
she adds, almost as an afterthought. Alright, we did it. We did talk to Mars, right? Yeah, we did. What would he like? He might like a weird fruit. I don't think he would be interested in a log. He can find plenty of his own. Let's try the weird fruit. Or maybe the egg. He likes aliens at least, but this isn't exactly an alien, but it's an alien egg. I'll try the fruit. We'll hope it works. Dis blinks owlishly at your gift.
Is it my birthday? I almost forgot. I hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday, but this is nice. Thank you.
Well, it was not that nice, apparently. But yeah, let's go hang out. Yeah, well, 3 events remaining. 1 collectible. Yeah, I feel like we have too much free stress for just 3 events, but that means we'll have more stress to work with in the next year, probably. Because I don't think it resets from year to year. I actually don't remember. Alright. It might actually be kind of tricky to find just 3 more events. But we can just run around. We'll find them. I know where we were, like, at the very end there. I think there were still some more events that we couldn't get to. Or, well, just because we, you know, ran out of stress. Okay, I think we have been down here, but I don't remember if we finished all the events. Okay, yeah, we're done. There's an event. There's 2 events. You've stopped to admire the light glinting off the water of the shallow circular lake when you notice some strange rocks near your feet. They're pink and red, bobbing in the shallow water at the shore. The rocks are flashing golden yellow. This one, then that one. Then a pause, then that one, then the first one again. You thought it was reflected sunlight at first, but no. The rocks themselves are glowing. Repeat the pattern. You play a memory game with them, touching the stones in the pattern they give you. You feel emotions coming from the rocks. Affection, interest, gratefulness. Somehow you understand. They like the contact. Are they creatures or rocks? Sometimes the lines between the two can be blurry on Rotumna. They can't move, but learn about the world from creatures who pass by them and touch them. Like the way animals rub to leave their scent, these rocks entice animals to play with them and leave information about the world. You get the sense they're excited for your new scent. To what end, you don't know. That is intriguing. It's a cloudy day. You hear the crash of thunder from somewhere nearby. Loud. Sounds like it's getting closer. Uh-oh. Suddenly a massive, impossibly tall something punctures the low clouds and slams into the ground ahead of you. It's tall as a skyscraper and a meter wide, covered with a chitinous bone like an insect. I think it might be a leg? Another crashes down, then another. The creature's body must be up in the clouds, so high you can't see anything but the legs. Huh. It just kind of came out of nowhere. First leg lifts again and moves towards you. You're in shock. Your body simultaneously screams at you to stand still and run. Well, I think that's... Whoa, look at that card, too. Perception 50 or greater? Incredible! You watch the clouds, and as the next leg breaks through, you dodge it. It slams down where you'd been with enough force to crush a boulder to dust. This creature is so unbelievably massive, you're like an ant to it. Microscope powers activate. Peepers at work, yep. As it passes overhead, you marvel at how such a thing could even exist. And hope it never wanders any closer to your colony. That is pretty scary. Like, we've talked about how it's, like, probably relatively safe for kids to be exploring out here, but, like, that thing could have killed me. It wouldn't have even noticed. That's crazy. Alright, so I think we have one more item and one more event left, no? Are you the last guy? Something big suddenly bursts out from the jungle and scampers across the path in front of you. It looks like a miniature landslide. Bush-covered stone being pulled forward by powerful arms. It's a bush bub. And hot on its heels is a second, smaller one. These slow, thoughtful creatures are rarely so full of energy. They charge back and forth across the path as you wisely keep your distance from the powerful animals. But for all the crashing and stomping they're doing, they don't actually seem to be angry. You'd swear they were actually being playful. I do not want to attack them. Let's get closer to watch. They seem to be playing a game of tag. When the chaser catches up to the runner, they reverse roles. They do it with such gusto that the surrounding underbrush is completely crushed in a wide circle. An almost perfect circle. Oh wait, hang on. I think I can actually come back now. Am I okay? Okay, I'm back. That purple arrow means it's difficulty level impossible, by the way. Oh god. Yikes. Delana gets crushed to death. Then all at once, the first one crouches down on the path and tucks its arms and head under the bushes on its back. You'd swear it was just a rock now. The second one circles the first several times, sniffing, and crouches in the same position. Now might be your chance to get past them. No, I want to keep watching. In perfect sync, the two creatures slowly stretch out and up, revealing their rocky bodies and reaching their surprisingly long necks up to the sky. They begin to shake their bushes and rattle their antlers in rhythm, in rhythm with each other as they stomp slowly around the clearing they've made. I think they're dancing. The intensity of the dance increases. They're both shaking their backs so hard that some of the branches and fruit are flying loose. Instinctively, you reach out to grab a piece of fruit. At that movement, the dancers shift and... Ouch! One of them steps on your hand with the full force of its massive body. You let out a cry of pain and clutch your hand to your chest. Oh, that looks bad. Oh no. The two creatures had been so intent on each other that they hadn't noticed you there. They're so startled, perhaps embarrassed, that they take off running in opposite directions. Well, that was weird. Ow. Well, good thing I had so much extra stress. I think that's all of the events, and we're just looking for one last collectible. I think this was the path to the final encounter. And I think we have already cleared it all up. Yeah, I think this is... Okay. I think we have already seen everything there is to see here. Ow, my hand. But hey, it was cool. We got to see a cool dance. Where did we come from again? I don't actually remember. Ah. I think we are done. I guess that is all for today. By which I mean this month, not this stream. Where am I even going? Medicinal room, maybe you can help with the hand situation. Yeah, I hope so. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Oh, okay, never mind. We made it back. This little gazebo is set up as a waiting area for the automated transporters which trundle back and forth between here and the colony. The sign reads, Autobus Depot, Prosaic Plains. Sparse vegetation makes this an ideal region for resource extraction. Blue snow is mildly acidic and may corrode equipment with prolonged exposure. Please rinse envirosuits upon return. Alright, I think we can go home. Are you sure? This will end the month. Well, I think we got everything. Alright, look at us go. It's been a long month of being cooped up indoors while it poured rain and everything got too muddy and gross to play outside. You and the other teens are in the lounge, again, and everyone's getting a little antsy. Tangent and Cal are bickering about something, and Dis must be bored enough that he's letting Mars paint his fingernails. That's actually really cute. Nemi is trying to do a dance she learned from watching holovids, and she's failing miserably. The sound of her music fills the room. You're starting to feel a little off too, but it's weird. Like, you want to yell, but at the same time you want to take off all your clothes and streak through the colony square. Nemi dances a little too close to Mars's collection of nail polish, bumping into the table and sending them all, and herself, clattering to the floor.
Hey, watch it. Dis snaps. Dancers do a dance somewhere else. It's not stupid, Nemi sniffles from the floor. You don't have to be so mean to me.
Oh.
Boo-hoo, Mars teases. What are you gonna do, dance about it? Ah, you're all so childish. Who even cares?
Hey, everyone just shut up, Cal exclaims from the room. Honestly, you all fight all the time. Damn, it's so strange to hear Cal, like, scolding everyone. You stay inside where it's nice and dry, and you don't appreciate how hard everyone else is working. It's just whine, whine, whine. Dang, go off, Cal.
You're not better just because you work outside.
Hank joins in.
You're not special, Cal. If I wanted to, I could work outside.
You fucking hate the outside. What are you talking about? She opens her holopalm and flies her fingers over the screen.
There, see? Next month, I'll be working in geoponics. How do you like that? Then you can nag me about my soft hands all you want.
Uticott pokes her head in from the command corridor.
Children, keep it down. We can hear you all the way from the bridge.
Everyone goes quiet for about a second, and then explodes into arguing again. Uticott throws her hands in the air and retreats down the hallway in defeat. I feel like Solana has a little bit been in an everyone's just shut up mood. We're not gonna go fight. I don't think we should go time to go wild either. It is pretty crazy to see everyone just break into complete yelling like this, but it kind of makes sense. It's one of those cases where everyone's just kind of been cooped up together for too long and they're just starting to snap. Understandable, especially given our new teenage hormones and whatnot. And the hormone status effect, yeah, exactly. Yeah, shut up. Everyone ignores you and keeps squabbling. Mars chases Cal, and everyone else chases her, and somehow you all end up in the classroom. Suddenly Mars shouts,
Okay, everyone! She claps her hands. 1, 2, 3, look at me! Everyone, shut up!
Dang. Everyone stops arguing and looks at Mars in shock.
I have an idea, she says. We should decorate the classroom.
Everyone seems excited by this prospect until she adds,
With toilet paper. Come on, it'll be pretty.
Now everyone's on board. You can feel yourself getting excited too. This is so naughty. You might get in trouble, but who cares? You're having fun. We'll join them, obviously. The competition is a little bit tempting too. Whoa, what was that? That, like, wobble thing. That was strange. You join the others in throwing rolls of toilet paper over everything you can reach, decorating the classroom with roll after roll of white, gauzy garland. By the time you're finished, it drapes off every desk and science experiment. Mars looks at your work with satisfaction.
Much better, she says.
Chief Engineer Instance finally arrives to see what all the noise is and throws her hands up in dismay. The kids scatter before she can make anyone clean up. Of course. Oh boy. The next day, you all feel terrible. It feels like your arms and legs are made of lead, and it takes so much energy to do anything. You can barely make it out of bed. All the energy from yesterday has been drained out of you, and then some. It lasts for a week. Some of you can't even get out of bed. And when you do, your moods are all over the place. Aggressive, sulky, impulsive, until your batteries run out and you sleep for over 12 hours straight. That is very weird. Something's going on. That's not hormones, yeah. What the hell? Is there some, like, weird hormone shit happening in this place? There's some kind of something in the air that's driving us all a little bit nuts. And also, like, making us sick. Because this is something super weird. Yeah, there's something really strange happening here. I wonder if it was specifically because of what we were doing? Like either something in the classroom or like something in that toilet paper? I don't know. Or maybe it's just something in the air that's been happening like all along and is only just now becoming noticeable. But yeah, there's some weird stuff going on, whatever it is. You're resting in the lounge with your friends, watching holovids and grazing on roasted pixie beans, when your dad and Chief Engineer Instance come storming through the door. "You!" Instance snaps, smacking the bowl of pixie beans out of Mars's hands. "Stop eating those, this instant!" Oh god, is it the beans? Did the beans do something to us? It's worth noting that this group has a decent range of ages, so I would not expect everyone to be reacting the exact same way if it was only about hormones. Oh no, the beans, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not hormones. I mean, maybe hormones are contributing a little bit, but like, yeah, hormones don't just make you go that, like, out of control. Bean event. Oh no, don't take the beans from us! Mars looks like she's about to smack some sense into Instance, but your dad steps in. "I'm sorry, everyone. We were wrong about the pixie beans. They're not safe for you kids to be eating." Oh no. I mean, I guess it's at least a good sign that maybe they're just not safe for kids. That, like, maybe they just, you know, fuck up your development, but if you're fully grown, it's okay to eat them? Then at least they're not a complete waste. Because if we have to get rid of all the beans, that would be tragic. Not our miracle superfood.
"You've been feeding us poison?" Mars shrieks. "Oh, ew! Ew, ew, ew! Do my dads know you tried to kill me?"
Oh my god, please do not overreact right now. Your dad spreads his hands. No, they're not. Don't worry, Mars, calm down. They're not poison. There's just a chemical in them that hyperbonds to estrogen and testosterone, your big teenage growing hormones. And the brain likes binding to that new macromolecule a lot more than the regular kind. It's been making your moods unpredictable and causing periods of hypo and hypermania. Yikes. When Mars just stares blankly at him, he laughs awkwardly. In translation, he says, "It's been making you kids act silly and feel sick. I'm sorry." Instance frowns. "If it's doing this to kids, it's not long until it builds up enough to affect the rest of us too. Till further notice, no one is to eat a single pixie bean." Yeah, that makes sense. Your dad looks distraught. Oh no, -1 food. Well, that status ended hormones. The hormones was just the beans all along. It was just the beans. Oh no. Oh, not the beans. Terrible. Your dad looks distraught. "Lulu was right," he says, collapsing in a nearby chair and rubbing his eyes. She didn't trust these things, but shit. She's still gonna be pissed that we don't have another successful food source. You look at him in shock. You hardly ever see him swear. It must be worse than you think. Your dad sits there in silence for a long time. Yeah, I was gonna say it should be affecting the adults too, yeah. Well, we're back to glow. Oh, it's -3 food? Oh no. Okay, well, it says we need a break soon. I think we can still keep going for one more. Yeah. Sorry about the beans, Mom. Crystal! Alright. What do we do? I think I wanted to go... Might be worth doing lookout during glow? Yeah. Lookout duty. Not that we need the perception, but it could be interesting. Let's see what happens. You show up bright and early for muster with the other garrison recruits. It's mostly younger people. The older, more experienced security officers are all posted up for guard duty. Nemia's here, though, her rowdy red hair tied back into a poof. She shoots you a little grin as she falls in formation beside you. You shift from foot to foot awkwardly, not sure where to put your hands. Nemi nudges you with her elbow and gestures that you should stand like her, with your hands clasped loosely behind your back. You manage that just as Security Chief Rhett comes to speak to the recruits. "Good morning, recruits," he calls, his voice cutting through the still morning air. He pauses, looking at the assembled band of motley youth, and taps his ear. Good morning, Security Chief Rhett. Rhett crosses his arms. "Well, we'll be working on that," he says. "Working in the garrison isn't like the other jobs, children. Here, you'll be expected to give 100% every day. If you burn some food in the kitchen or shovel the wrong pile of dirt in geoponics, it's no big deal. But here, it can be a matter of life or death. Not just for you, but for everyone in the colony. Loyalty, dedication, self-sacrifice, and honor. These are the soldier's creed," Rhett says, steely-gazed and even. You wonder how many battles he saw on Earth. Just like your mom, he doesn't like to talk about it. "This is not a place for half-assed kids to run around and play soldier." You look around awkwardly at the other recruits. This is a little intense for lookout duty. Should we tell Red about the taller-than-clouds mega insect? I feel like I would give the man a heart attack. I mean, I feel like someone should know about it, probably. Rhett catches your attention wavering and speaks directly to you, staring you right in the eye. "Laziness and ego have no place here," he says. "If you slack off and let something slip past you, you could die. Your friends and family could die. This isn't school," he booms. "This is real life, real danger. If you even blink too long, we're all dead." Take the no blink challenge seriously. Perception 20 or greater. There were wars on Earth that our parents were of age to be part of. Well, it seems that clearly our mom was involved in some sort of conflict in which she, like, injured her leg and, like, went to work in agriculture. I don't know if it was, like, a full-blown war or some sort of conflict. I don't know what it was. It does sound like there was a war. Well, we gotta try it. It hurts your eyeballs, but you stare Rhett down until he actually laughs? Well, he cracks a smile anyway, and he looks away first. "That's the spirit, Delana," he says, clapping you on the shoulder. "I don't mean to scare you kids," he addresses the rest of the group. But I really do need you to know that this isn't a fun little game. You can't sneak your little friends into the watchtower. You can't work on your homework. You can't catch up on sleep. Even though lookout duty seems like an easy job for kids to do to keep busy, it's very important. I need you to take it seriously, like Solana here. We're really getting our loyalty up. Rebellion's down to only 25. Alright. +1 physical cards. This one becomes value 2. Well, we have 4 blue cards. Might be worth trying to do something with these. Well, that's probably good enough. 7 perception. Incredible. Another year, another glow. Everyone's pretty sure there's going to be an attack this year. The colony's on high alert. You're on duty when the attack starts. You're there alone when you see a mist or something approaching from the distance along the path that leads to the gates. That's interesting. Also, I think that definitely affected something that I was like on lookout duty when this happened. Huh. You realize you're looking at what must be hundreds of hop-eyes coming at you. So densely packed together that they form a hopping, writhing blanket over the ground. It oozes towards you like a slow oil spill. Sound the alarm. +1 colony defense, nice. Good thing you were here. There sure are a lot of them this year. As the hop-eye batter against the gates, you hear the wood starting to give, bending and creaking under the onslaught. You wonder if the security officers need help. Well, I've been doing that before. I feel like I am useful on the walls, though, with my perception, but let's go for it. I'd get rebellion for that, though. You scramble down from the walls and are immediately faced with a seething wall of hop-eyes. You kind of thought there were only a handful of these usually peaceful creatures in previous years, but there's swarms of them now. And not just hop-eyes. Once your eyes adjust to the chaos, you can see large creatures that look like walking bushes, these wild centipede-looking things with long spider legs, and at least one giant many-eyed thing that's hovering clear off the ground, defying gravity. They all seem to be incited into a frenzy, attacking everything in sight and trying to get through the walls. It's dark and chaotic. Com sees you through the fray. "Solana!" he shouts. "Get to safety!" You're suddenly not sure this is a good idea, but then you look up and see Nemi shouting encouragement from up on the wall. Fight tactically? I think we can do that. We have a good combat, huh? 37. Wait, did we not get... We didn't get, like, a thing for it. I think maybe it's, like, locked, like, story locked or something, and we'll get it after this. I guess we'll see. What is this? That's one big something. Well, we can do... Wait, that's not good. Oh, because I guess this one counts as anything. Huh. Okay, well, let's not put it on that. Like, I kind of don't want to waste my good cards on this one. Maybe I should just do these. And then save these cards for the next rounds. Because 10 of that is from gear? Oh, yeah, you're right. Let me check that. +10 combat, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Because before, when I had the bonus from gear, I could see the color difference. Here, the color difference is like really, really close. I can see it now that you've mentioned it, but it's like right there. There's a little, it's like a slightly lighter pink. Alright, we'll go with that, I guess. Very lucky you had that equipped, or you wouldn't have been able to fight tactically. That's such a good point. You're so right. I didn't even realize I had that equipped. I completely forgot about it. Get something with this. And then what? We can spend a log to make that a 6 too. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Look at that, beautiful. Also, I think your mod. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Yeah, I think it's overheating again. I'll turn it off. Let me check. Okay. All right. What do we do here? Let's get that super goal, huh? We've got a wild value here. We've got another... We've got so many gem cards, but no card to take advantage of it, which is unfortunate. We could do a 4, 5, 6 at the cost of 1 kudos, but we have so many kudos already. I think it's fine. Sure. You're not even trying to win. There's too many of them and you're unarmed. But even your vulnerability can become a weapon. You use your knowledge of the buildings around the gate to bait anything that slips past the defenders into circling back so they can be picked off by people with actual weapons. Nemi acts as your air support, calling out when certain shortcuts are blocked by the creatures, so you always have an escape route. Dang, look at us go! Dang, we got kudos for that too. Eventually, the defense forces manage to push back the creatures. The rest of their broken swarm flee back into the wilderness. Calm jogs over to you, breathing heavily, and slaps you on the back. "You're one brave kid," he says. "Stupid, but brave. You really helped out back there." Nemi whistles and hollers from the walls, and Calm shoots her a grin. Your parents are arguing quietly at your little table. "I'm telling you, it wasn't a fluke," your mom says. They're not just wild animals. They have a plan. The fields, the lights. "Okay," your dad replies, taking her hands across the tabletop. "We have to tell people what we saw in geoponics." They look up, noticing you in the doorway. Your dad's worried expression quickly changes to a smile. "Hey, Rutabaga." "What happened to the fields?" Your mom stands up. "Don't worry about that," she snaps. "Get to bed. It's late, and we have a lot of work to do tomorrow to clean up." Oh no. Oh. I have changed. I think is this a new icon? Oh my gosh, look at her! Wait, did she do that because I moused over her, or was that just an idle animation? I think that was... Yeah, I think she just does that by herself. Okay. I was wondering if, like, at what point our icons would change? Or, like, our, whatchamacallit? You know, our sprites. I wasn't expecting it this early, to be honest. Look, I'm a little bit different. Oh, look at it with this hood up and everything. Oh my gosh. And Tangent cut off all her hair. Honestly, not very surprising. Age 14 designs. Yeah, I kind of expected it would just be like a child design and an adult design. I think it makes a lot more sense to have some more in between, but I just kind of assumed that it would be too much work for them, to be honest. So, it's nice. Look at that. Let's go take a look at everybody. Oh, look at her! So cute! And all her long poofy hair! Nemi's in the middle of tying her mane of hair away from her face.
Oh, hey, Solana,
She says, hair tied between her teeth.
just about to go for a run. Wanna come?
Well, we can't really do anything. Huh. You look so different like that. Tang looks up from her work, holding her stomach as it rumbles audibly.
What? Again? You cursed me with a mortal form. I did not ask for this.
She reaches into her bag and pulls out a protein bar.
The downside to requiring less sleep is that the body burns more calories while awake, she says, taking a bite. My caloric intake is much higher, similar to that of a bodybuilder. Which is fitting, as I do have the strongest brain in the colony.
And she's got, like, some acne. I feel like that's also something that you very rarely see in these, like, anime designs. They just want everyone to always look flawless. I love Nemi's long poopy hair. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, look at her! So cute! Oh, look at that hair! I love it! Oh my gosh! She looks so good!
Do you go to engineering much? Mars asks. I tried to go talk to Tangent because she never wants to just hang out anymore. Not since she got started working on that big project.
Mars snaps her gum.
You know about that, right? Or am I just special?
Your mom passes you a soy ration bar from her pocket. Here, Solana, eat up. You need your strength. Say what you will about Mars's personality, she's extremely #slay. She is. You spot your dad lying on the... Okay, yeah, I think we've seen this one, but we have not seen the help him with the animals. Animals 80 or greater. Oh my gosh, we're already at over 80 animals. I guess that makes sense because we went exploring and got like a bazillion animal points. How's our other stuff? Combat is at 30 technically, so we're close to the perk. Toughness. Biology is also pretty close. Organizing should be very close. So I think we do want to get to those perks soonish. What did we get free for again? Oh, right. I definitely want to work on these. We need more persuasion so bad. Helping with the animals, alright. Your dad is running some kind of test on the trippets. He's playing different chords and trying to see if they have language, or just making instinctive animal calls. You help him by holding up random objects and trying to determine if their sounds map to any understanding of what they're seeing. They're either saying, "Kill all humans," or "Linguini's sports ball," your dad says, staring out at the reading on his hollow palm. I just can't be sure. Dad is sitting on the fence overlooking the animal paddocks, chewing on a piece of grass. Oh hey, Sugar Bean, he says, patting the fence next to him. Come to take a look at the wild, dangerous aliens. You watch the float cows bob along peacefully. Every so often, one of them releases a jet of liquid and lifts up into the air. Your dad laughs every time. Gross, he says. But I guess not much more weird than when we used to drink milk from cows and goats. Cow. Oh, look at, oh, he's so cute. I love his little hair thingies. Oh, he looks so cute. Cal trundles by you with an empty wheelbarrow. Hey, Solana, he calls out. Get in. We're going planting. Oh, he looks so cute. It just looks so funny like that. Oh, he's also all covered in acne, poor kid. This is curiously studying a small, bleached white animal skull. Look at this, he says, and holds it out to you. There's mushrooms growing in this one. I didn't know that fungus could grow on bone. Kind of like everything on this planet is designed to work together. He throws the skull back into the wilderness. Well, get this kid a Linkin Park mixtape, absolutely. Alright, so what did we want to do? We do get physical skill increases, but like, well, okay, right now we definitely need to rest. I don't know if we even want to take advantage of the physical skill. We can get some combat. I guess let's try to get our combat perk, which would be defense training, I'm guessing, right? Well, okay, right now we can't see anything. Let's go to the lounge. I feel like we haven't done that in a while. Yeah. You're relaxing after hours when Antecedent popped her head into the lounge. The kitchen, she announces in an artificially sweet voice, is looking for someone to help with part-time cooking duties. Someone young, someone responsible, someone organized, someone, she stares pointedly at the teens in the room, who might have too much free time on their hands. Well, I guess let's volunteer. More to emo, forced to Exocolonist. Yep. You have so much stress right now. So much stress. Well, let's go. She bustles over to you. You'll be perfect, Solana, she says, hugging you. Then loudly to the others in the room, she declares, I'm glad somebody around here is responsible enough to put in their share of work. Well, we've got cooking now. Everyone else ignores her, shifting awkwardly. No one wants to disappoint their auntie. Antecedent gestures towards the nearby cafeteria and tells you to come by next week so she can show you the ropes. Hell yeah. Antecedent, we are at like 90 stress right now. It's not the time to neg us. Yep. Yeah, we can get rid of this. Do we want to get rid of Sports Ball? Sports Ball is just such an icon. But first of all, it's a value 1 card, and second of all, it turns everything else into value 1 cards. I mean, it is good if you can like add bonuses to it and then like set everything to a high value. So I am kind of hesitant to get rid of it. I think I might keep it for now. But I do have like a lot of cards now, so I probably kind of don't need it. Huh, this one has her like her updated hair. I guess we keep it for now. We'll keep it for now. It's your birthday! You wake from a night of blissfully peaceful dreams. No nightmares, no premonitions, just a pleasant feeling of contentment. I feel like we haven't had any premonitions in a long while. You stretch your arms over your head, blinking in the watery, quiet sunlight that seeps through the porthole window. Things are always changing on Vertumna, but you can't help but feel like things are changing for yourself, too. Not just for your body, but your mind, your emotions, your future. 14 is gonna be your year. What a charming smile. Yeah, so cute. Your parents have been working around the clock since the last attack, trying to get the fields right again in time for this year's planting. Spark snow has already started falling, and every day they come home complaining about having to clear it. And they ask you to ping them when you're awake so you can share birthday breakfast in your quarters instead of sitting shoulder to shoulder with everyone else during breakfast service in the canteen. You fire them a message and lie back in your bunk, watching dust motes float lazily in the light. After a minute, there's a knock on your door. Disney music starts playing, yep. Sunlight is streaming in through the window. Birds are chirping outside. It's antecedent. She sweeps into your room in a bustle of skirts and shawls and sits down beside you on your bunk. Oh, look at you, she says. Happy birthday, beautiful. 14 years old. She leans in and gives you a motherly kiss on the forehead. It's been years since she took care of you in the children's creche, but all the kids still call her auntie and think of her as a close relative. Your sweet baking bread smell is as comforting as it ever was. She sits back and takes one of your hands in both of hers. Alana, ever since I held you in my arms as a baby, I knew you were so special, so important. You're becoming a young woman, but I want you to know I will always, always be here for you, just like your mom and dad, she says firmly. Aw, that's cute. I mean, card-wise, this one has a gem, which is nice, but I'm now suspicious of antecedent. You think so? I think they're both decent responses. What do I want to say? I think maybe we'll go with enough with the mushy stuff. I only take mushy stuff from my parents. We can't let her guard down. Everyone is suspicious. She laughs and releases your hand. Well then, Miss Maturity, how about you call me Auntie Anne from now on, like the other adults do? No, that's weird. You're antecedent. Now, come on in here, Aunt Anne says, spreading her arms wide. Give us a great big hug. You hug her, enveloping yourself in the warm and familiar softness of her. Over her shoulder, you see Nemi standing in the doorway. Well, her hair, anyway. She's been growing it out, and there's no hiding it behind a corner. She skips into your quarters. Happy birthday, bud, she says, bouncing on your bunk. Way to get older. Enjoy being 2 years older than me for a few months. Somebody's going to be responsible for that rebellion stat mattering. Yeah, at some point. Thanks. Why is everyone coming in today? Usually it's just me and my parents celebrating my birthday. But today I've got visitors. Okay. It's good you're both here, Anne says. Now that you've both been menstruating for about a year. Nemi makes a face and mutters, yuck, but Anne continues. You're both eligible for the cessation implant. Among other things, it will prevent the bleeding and pain and the emotional roller coaster of your monthly cycle. Mom, Nemi hollers. Gross! Do you have to tell everybody about my cycle? I just don't want to get pregnant, okay? She looks so good. Her hair looks incredible. And her, like, face. Oh, she looks so good there. Anne laughs. Well, yes, that is the among other things part. But I don't expect you two to be needing that part for a few years yet, right? Nemi looks disgusted by the prospect. Or maybe just by her mom talking about it. Oh. Flirts with anemone. I don't think I want to... Is this the first romance choice? Yeah, I think so. What's the matter, scared? No! Nemi exclaims, punching you in the arm. No, of course not. It just super sucks that now everyone's talking about how I'm becoming a woman and how I'll finally look different than my brothers. Duh. She points at you. Don't you start too. I'll still kick your ass at sports ball, even with cramps. You go, girl. I believe in you. Your parents finally arrive, still damp from the fields and bringing in the smell of crisp, tangy snow on their clothes. "Oh, look, birthday visitors," your dad exclaims. "Anne, are you staying for breakfast?" Anne reaches into her bag and brings out a stack of tiffins. "No, thank you, but I brought your order with me from the kitchens, seeing as I was stopping by." She pats your hand one more time. "Happy birthday again, Solana. You'll always be my baby, even when you're all grown up." Your mom shakes her head as Anne and Nemi leave. "Oh, Anne," she laughs, sentimental to the core. She starts laying out the cutlery for breakfast. "But I don't know how the colony would manage without her in the children's creche," she says, and points a fork at you. "Family is more than the people that birthed you, Solana, and don't you forget it." "Okay." Okay, so, we want to get the combat up.
What do you think of my hair? Mars asks, fiddling with the end of one of the twists. I see you eyeing it. I'm growing it out.
She sighs and buries her face in her hands.
It's so boring here. I am literally watching my hair grow.
Oof. Oh, I guess I'm done with his stuff, because I got the level 80 animals. Let's pet my creature, too. You spot Cal kneeling in the dirt, digging up root vegetables and frowning. "They're so small this year," he says, holding one up and examining it. "Maybe there's just not enough nutrients in the soil. Is it something we're doing wrong?" That's very concerning. Very, very concerning. This is rifling through his backpack, and as you approach, he pulls out a handful of dried roots and fungus chips. "There's actually a lot to eat out there," he says, looking out into the wilderness. "You just have to pay attention and listen." Oh, I just noticed he has, black nail polish, too. Of course he would. Peng is tapping away at a holoscreen, smiling to herself.
Great news, Solana, she says. According to the antiquated, culturally insensitive reckoning of mental prowess once used by humans on Earth, and by that I mean IQ testing, I am officially considered a genius.
She shrugs.
Tell me something I do not know.
I love that she just stands there and shakes her hair. That's so cute. Then he grabs you by the shoulders.
Solana, you gotta help me, she says urgently. Mom keeps talking about how we're all gonna start having babies, and she gets this look about her. I don't want to have any scungy babies.
Nemi shudders with her whole body.
Why'd I gotta be in a girl body anyway? I'm tougher and stronger than lots of boys, and no one's telling them they gotta have babies.
Very cis thing to say, Nemi. I did notice at one point we had a dialogue with her where she was referred to with they them pronouns, so I do wonder where that's gonna go. Okay, I think what we wanted to do was go combat training to get the perk for that. Jeez, Auntie Anne, these kids are a whole 14, yeah. Rhett organizes a physical fitness challenge, complete with nano-printed patches you can put on your jacket for getting gold, silver, or red rank. He tests your run speed, grip strength, and the number of sit-ups, push-ups, and pull-ups you can do. You do okay. Solidly middle of the road. Rhett isn't enthused by your performance, but he's not disappointed either. Alright, what do we got? Okay, card here becomes 5.
cars in a 2 become 2. I mean, I guess that could be useful for that, but still, that's still going to be my worst card here. So we could get a 4 on this. These don't work this way, right? No, they don't. We probably do want to try for the total equals goal. Okay. Well, not that I'm really using the kudos on anything, but let's check out the shop next time. I also want to stop by the command and check our, like, notice board. Oh, we got the thing! Yay! Alright, what's our perk? New cards in the depot, alright. I was gonna go check that out anyway. Nemi scratches at her cheek, then scowls as a bit of blue scales flake off. Stupid acne, she mutters. On top of everything else, I got this too. So do even, like, acne scars turn into scales for her? That's interesting. Breaking a chemical bond both requires and releases energy. Whichever one is greater determines whether it is an exothermic or endothermic reaction, Tang says, tapping her fingers against the laboratory table. I wonder if there are similar classifications for when the bonds between family are broken, or new ones are created with others. She sighs. Chief Engineer Instance is the closest I have to what a family is supposed to be. Damn. Nora scowls over her homework. Space biology, she sighs. This is so dumb. There's only one kind of biology I care about, and they don't cover it in school. Jeez. Alright, what's on the notice board? Uh-oh. Food shortfall minus 110%, dangerously low. Uh-oh. Security rating 20%, red. Ooh. Marine biology, yes, of course. Okay, supply depot, what do we got? Autoplay best hand. Damn. That's interesting, but -2 to all cards. Wow. Plus 50 combat, a rifle. Maybe you can buy a gun. Huh. 20 combat. 2 to pairs. That is pretty darn good. Toughness. I feel like I kind of want the Tase gloves. Although I guess this is... the rifle is just straight up better. It is significantly more expensive, though.
I don't plan to go, like, that much in on combat, though. It might be good for, like, to equip during glow season. The auto-targeter will basically beat any normal or easy difficulty challenge for you, but make hard basically impossible. Yeah. I don't think I really want to mess with that. Yeah, I don't want to spend literally more kudos than I have right now on this. The -2 is brutal. Yeah, I would imagine. Plus 20 combat, plus 2 bonus to physical pairs. Although I guess this one just gives plus 1 bonus to any pairs, which, you know, is worse when you're running like a full physical deck, but I'm very physical heavy for sure. Yeah, I think it's like more than half my cards. Yeah. Still isn't everything you unlock. There's still more that gets added to the shop by other perks, so it might be worth saving still. Yeah. And also like it might be worth waiting until I have more open slots. Cal is listlessly kicking a sports ball around. This is kid stuff, he says, eventually just kicking it into the garden. Sports is just like war games for kids, you know? Winners and losers and thinking like your team is the best and everyone else sucks. He shrugs. I just like doing important stuff now is all. Damn. You don't like playing anymore? He's a seed guy, not a war guy. That's true. I've already talked to both of them, right? Okay. So, I think the thing that I wanted to do... I do want to get the organizing and biology perks. And... Actually, now that it's a new year, I want to check if we've unlocked anything new in the expeditions. Not yet. There's also the cooking that I want to take a look at. Help in the kitchen. Creativity and empathy, that is very nice. I definitely need those. But they're not my main objective right now. I think it could actually be good since I'm so low stress right now. I could just go exploring. Maybe I'll start with that. Although, on the other hand, like, exploring... The place we've been exploring last time, at least, was mostly giving us animals points, and we're almost maxed out on that, too. So maybe I don't want to be doing too much of that. Yeah, let's go back to the depot, I guess, so we can get more persuasion and get our organizing perk. Actually, how is our friendship with Mars now, since we've been hanging out in the depot so much? Still not great. Wow, we're almost at 50 friendship with him. How many people we have yet to meet. You attend a secret Fun Times Club meeting. Mars brings the meeting to order. Tang reads the minutes of the previous club meeting. First order of business is that I'm instituting a new rule, Mars says, and then clears her throat.
Rule 5. All members of the SFC must wear uniforms to all club meetings.
She taps her hollow palm and shows you her uniform idea. Black pants and dark blue shirts with high necklines and billowing at the cuffs. She definitely designed them according to her own taste. Okay, but like, look at her fashion taste. That is tempting. And I do think she likes being challenged, so I think she might appreciate this, actually. Let's do it. Let's make this collaborative so that everyone gets some input. Although, I don't know if I trust Tangent's fashion sense. We need more creativity, though, honestly. Yeah, she did like that, see? You spend the next hour designing a club uniform, and everyone takes part. It becomes ridiculously elaborate. Cal insists it should include huge cowboy hats for some reason. Mars gets into a heated fight with Anemone over the type of shoes to allow, until Tang calculates how many kudos it will cost to print one of these uniforms on a nanoprinter, and you all realize you couldn't afford them anyway. You come to a compromise. Instead of uniforms, you'll all wear a lapel pin with the club's logo. You spend the rest of the meeting designing SFC pins and printing them on a nanoprinter. If anyone doesn't have the kudos, Mars pays for them without complaint. Ooh, we got another +1 for gems, which is always nice. Alright. +2 bonus to strength. So, this one, if we play everything, if we play like all but one things, this is going to be a 2, but that doesn't really help us. So I think this one's going to be kind of useless. I mean, it's a 2 is a 2, I guess. Well, we could have this as a 4. And then, I don't know, I guess just take these. I'm not saying Dis would have fun at these meetings, because I don't think he would. But it sounds like literally every member of the group is here but him. Yeah, at this point, he's the only one being left out. Alright. What did we get for our organizing? Extra gear slot! It's gotta be great for the complex, yeah. Poor guy. Alright. Well, we already have this one, which gives +1 bonus to pairs, which is nice. Let's put that one on for now, and we can... Actually, no, let's pull that up again and see what we've got. We definitely want to keep our buddy, whoops. Get bonus to straights, we get bonus to pairs. Oh, and we have some extra persuasion now. Beautiful. +10 combat, +2 to physical challenges. Yeah, I feel like I should wait until we get something different. So I do want to work on, I guess biology next, and then persuasion? Hey, we're at 20, even if it's just temporarily from our bonus. And furthermore, your attitude towards your elders in general is entirely disrespectful. I find Unicott delivering a scathing reprimand to Mars, who is doing her level best to look like she'd rather be anywhere else.
You speak out of turn. You question the council's decisions. If you disagree with an order, you simply do not do it. I could go on. Do you need me to go on?
Mars scowls. No, she replies. Utica clicks her tongue.
I honestly thought better of you, Marzipan, she chastises. You have the sort of natural leadership ability I remember from when I was a girl many years ago.
Is she saying how she was such an incredible natural leader when she was young? She's like, I thought you were as cool as me. Mars doesn't roll her eyes, but you get the sense it's a close call.
You need to set a better example for the other children,
Utica continues.
It's okay to have your own opinions, but you kids can't just do whatever you want. You have to follow the rules and respect your elders. I am setting a good example, Mars retorts, stomping her foot. Hello? The only reason we're here is because a bunch of people knew living on Earth was nonsense and decided to do something different.
Utica looks scandalized, but Mars just continues on.
Maybe kids should have more authority. We're the ones with the new ideas that will take us into the future.
Utica, why does this natural leader not like following orders? It's a mystery. Yep. I don't know if I want to join in on this. Utica stands up a little straighter.
Excuse me, young lady, she rasps. To whom do you think you're referring where you call on the bravery of those who left Earth and dreamed of a new world? I have been in command of this colony longer than you've been alive, she continues. Unlike you, I see that as a strength, not a weakness. For example, I remember a time when children would stay silent and learn from the experience of their elders. Why, back on Earth in my day...
Oh, jeez. Mars locks eyes with you and gives you a subtle, can you believe this expression, as Utica goes on one of her formless rambles about how life on Earth wasn't entirely bad, and how this colony could use a little old-fashioned human discipline. Oh boy. When did children quietly learn from their elders? Yeah. After a while, Utica loses her train of thought and puts her hand to her forehead.
Both of you, get back to your duties, she says. Marzipan, I don't want to have this talk with you again.
Mars makes a disgusted noise and storms off. Well. Oh, hey, look! We got more persuasion. Mars is always talking about how she's bored and wishes there was more to do, but there are 100 reasons Vertumna isn't boring. You try to list them all. There's all the cool plants and new constellations to look at, and just yesterday you watch a Dorbs moth squeeze through a crack in the wall no animal should be able to fit through. Mars listens politely, but starts yawning halfway through. Less bored is still bored when it comes to Mars and Vertumna. I do not like this card even a little bit. Let's take a look at it. What the heck did we just get? Oh, ew! Ew! Oh, that's awful! What the hell is that? Oh, gross! What did you just give me, Mars? Oh, no. Alright, when are people's birthdays again? I don't want to be missing them again. Dust, I can go like that. Late dust. Late wet, early wet. Okay, so they're all dust or wet. To be fair, the game was clearly expecting you to have persuasion a lot sooner. Yeah, probably. Log. What do you got for me, Dad? You can hear your dad sneeze all the way from engineering. It's explosive, like he's trying to scare away predators. Dad, are you okay? Have you not been taking care of yourself? God damn it. He's wiping his nose as you approach, on a handkerchief blotted with shimmering pink. Lately, he's also surrounded by a fine dusting of pink pollen that clings to him wherever he goes. You keep brushing the glitter off things in your quarters. Dad! He gives you a hug, then brushes pollen off your shoulder, laughing self-consciously. You haven't heard him laugh much lately. He's been working hard trying to improve the colony's food supply. He's showing signs of malnourishment, too. Your mom is worse. You're worried for both of them. Your dad's skin is kind of shiny in patches. He sees you staring and rubs his hands over his arms. Sparkling dust poofs off of him in little clouds, scintillating in the light. Oh, yeah, that's a new symptom, he says. Seems harmless, though. It seems like a complete unknown. We can't make any assumptions about this. We thought that the beans were harmless too. I mean, obviously, like, you can't account for every possible risk, but like in this case, we know that this pollen is toxic to some people. And you should be way more careful about it. I mean, unfortunately, I think staying inside is probably not an option for him, because, like, we need him working, but he at least definitely needs to be wearing his mask. Oh my god. Dad, what are you doing? He's fainted from it while displaying less symptoms. Exactly! I feel like we're really not taking this seriously. You should see Chief Engineer Instance. Your dad waves you off. I will, he says, placatingly. She's as busy as we are these days, though. There's no sense bothering her. He flexes. He's pretty strong, though he's got nothing on your mom. And I'm doing fine, really. No, you're not! We're literally terraforming a new ecosystem. We've got to assume all illnesses are potentially fatal at this point. Yeah. Your dad sniffles. Gosh, I feel like someone's stuffed a whole Watado pot up my nose. Like I could just poke a stick up there and pop fresh Watado juice. Ugh, Dad, gross. He just grins. What? It's true. You follow his gaze out to the fields and to the lands outside the gate. I wonder if the foragers could use an extra hand, he muses to himself. He wants to go outside so bad. Yeah, maybe I'll join them out there tomorrow. Neither of your parents are taking proper care of themselves. They're so stressed out from the poor harvest and low food supplies. They try not to let you see it, but you can tell. Maybe your dad is right. A little seasonal illness is nothing compared to the danger of running out of food. Oh, 14 is going to be your year. Oh, God. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Foraging seems to be the way to go. Dis has so far shown zero symptoms of anything alarming despite all his fungus chips. I mean, I definitely think there's some aspect of, like, some people can handle things that others can't, so, like, it might not necessarily be safe for everyone, but, like, this does seem to be perfectly capable of finding stuff out there. Daily affirmations voice. 14 is going to be your year. Nanny grabs you by the shoulders.
So, Lana, you gotta help me, she says urgently. Mom keeps talking about how we're gonna...
Yeah, okay, no, we've seen this one. Okay. Tang watches a stink roach scutter behind some nearby boxes, a look of intense disgust on her face.
I hate it here, she spits, shuddering. Giant bugs, constant peril, climate. We're better off on the ship.
Well, I guess that's one thing you and Dis have in common, that you both hate this place. Consider Tang has shown symptoms due to bad food, a literal twin study. Yeah, people are affected differently. She grimaces.
Many humans carry the erroneous belief that we are great explorers, but I cannot see how that is true. It would be better if we could photosynthesize, or breathe gases other than oxygen, or endure a greater range of temperatures. No, you see, all humans ever had going for us is that, until now, there have been more than enough of us to die idiotic deaths without making a dent in our overall reproductive fitness.
Yeah, for opposite reasons. Tang hates the planet and the lack of civilization. Dis hates that the colony keeps trying to tame the planet. Exactly. Like, Dis hates the civilization and the people. He just wants to be in the wilderness. Wait, what was that? I feel like that was shown in error. I think that was a bug. Okay. Right, so I wanted to do some biology. Okay, so this gives us biology and reasoning, which is what we want. I do want to work on engineering at some point, too. Creativity and persuasion would also be really good. Yeah, I think I'll switch to this one for the persuasion. So that we can also get creativity up a little bit. But for now, I think let's do some biology. Oh wait, what the heck is this? Haven't we... Okay, well we don't know who's going to teach it after Hal, but... Eventually, Chief Engineer Instance breezes through the door, accompanied by Tang, who takes a seat beside you, barely giving you a second look. Look who showed up, Instance snaps. With a sinking feeling, you know she's talking about you. Alana, you even tell me what life sciences entails. Tang looks at you out of the corner of her eye, trying not to smirk. I mean, this is like the answer we're supposed to give, I guess. Is this because I, like, have not been going to life sciences class? Uh-oh. You haven't taken a biology class since Hal died in, what, year 12 glow? Yeah. It's been a while. You easily rattle off the subject names. Instance doesn't look pleased, but she doesn't look disappointed either. That's about as good as you ever get from her, honestly, so you can count that as a win. Tangent stops you on the way to class.
So, Lana, were you heading to life sciences? Good. I could use your help with something, actually. I'm working with Chief Engineer Instance in the biolab. If you give me a hand with it, I'm sure she'll give you credit for the class.
I don't know what I could do to help. You mumble that you aren't really good with biology.
Don't worry, Tang encourages you. We just need somebody to label petri dishes and move them from the cooler to different machines. A hop-eye could do it.
You guess if a hop-eye could do it, so could you. What the heck? Your council's the one who implemented this loosey-goosey curriculum? Yeah, I know, right? Instance is staring unfocused at her hollow eye as she processes the results of the scans. Tang goes and stands beside her, pulling up the scan on her own hollow palm. They confer quietly while you wait. Sounds like they're studying the shimmer, the mysterious illness some colonists get during pollen every year, including your dad. Oh man, at some point I really want to do a run where I solve the shimmer. I think it's way too late for that in this run because I'm so low on biology and I have not been going to life sciences class like at all. But I suspect that unless I, the protagonist, do something about it, my dad is eventually going to die from it. So, you know, we'll look forward to that, I guess. But yeah, it sounds like there is potentially a way to cure it. Instance looks up at you, as if just noticing your existence. 14 is going to be your year. Yep. "Ha, Solana," she says. "We've been studying samples from some of the colonists who get sick during pollen, including your dad. Some of the stuff in his lungs, it's some kind of fungus. There's fungus in his lungs. That's really bad."
"We think the shimmer is a form of reproduction," Tang explains. "It's like a fungus trying to turn us into more fungus like it. It's really neat, actually."
There's fungus alungus. Oh no. Sound like you like the fungus.
"I admire the mechanism," Tang corrects you. "But we'd be much safer if surveyors just set fire to it all, rather than trying to study it. Who knows what else is out there trying to kill us?"
+1 shimmer cure. How many does it take to succeed? We don't know. You spend the rest of the week helping them study the illness. Mostly this involves following instructions and doing, as Tang loves to repeat, jobs a Hawkeye could do. Nothing beats hands-on experience, though. "This would be easier if we had an actual sample of the fungus," Instance remarks. "They're working with some biological samples, a fancy word for snot, but according to them, the fungus is all mixed in with human cells. Instance has to spend a lot of time in vert space trying to disconnect the two in her models." Where could I find a sample? "Her most useful reports have been from foragers returning from the Valley of Vertigo," she tells you, "where the pollen is thick all year. That might be a good place to start." Okay. Yeah, we could try that once that area unlocks. Okay, so this becomes a value 3. Hang on, I'm curious what would happen if we... Okay, no, so that has to be a 3. Okay, so we can get a 4, 5 here. And this could also be... This could also be a 5 if we have... Oh boy, we could do some interesting things with this one. So this is all of our, like... +2 to cards with gems. No, but I don't think we want to switch out the... We're gonna 5, 5, 5. Alright, let's go with that. It sure is a shame that no one in the colony knows where to forage samples of local fungus. See, they just need to combine their skills. If only they could put aside their differences and work together. Oh, nice. Look at that. Super goal and Kiki gear. Very nice. You're at lunch with your parents. Sliced soy cakes and watery broth again. Great. And they put down their cutlery and look at each other. Then you. "Solana," your mom says, "there's something we should tell you. We've tried to shelter you from some things, but we think you should know why we've been working so hard in geoponics." Oh, am I finally going to get to know the details of what's been going horribly wrong? "There's a meeting after lunch, and I want you to come with us." Okay. You follow your parents to the council room. Mars has also tagged along. And you take a seat near them as your mom and Aunt Anne stand to address the council. After Uticott officially calls the meeting, she gestures to your mom. Drop the deets, yeah. "I'm not going to mince words," your mom says firmly. All of our efforts to increase food production in geoponics have failed, especially given the failure of the pixie beans. The destruction of the fields during the last attack put the nail in our coffin. By the end of the year, the colony will run out of food. The rest of the council murmurs in concern. You and Mars exchange horrified looks. You've been doomsdaying about our food supply for 2 years, Flulu. Rhett questions. Do you mean to say we're past the point of no return? Your mother nods grimly. I'm afraid so. Even with rationing, without securing a autumnal food source, our supplies will run out by wet season. She gestures to Anne, whose face is grave. Anne and I have gone over the supplies and come up with food plans. We've crunched the numbers. Your mom sighs and spreads her hands. I'm sorry. Geoponics should have been producing better by now. We should have been able to wean ourselves off of soy rations. During wormhole transit, when we lost our hydroponics in the hull breach. She sighs again. I know I've said it so many times, but our crops just don't grow here. We needed those algae tanks. We needed the microbial soil from Earth. Oh gosh. It's not Mom's fault. It's not. The survival of the colony shouldn't rest on one person's shoulders. It's not fair. She's been working harder than anyone. She did everything she could. The council mumbles agreement. You decide they probably never really blamed her or your dad. The only holdout is Mars, who crosses her arms and grumbles that it's clearly a problem with leadership. Yeah, they needed the microbial soil, apparently. So, what do we do now? Instance asks. Starving to death isn't an option. The microbial soil that Tammy supposedly went into? Yeah, I don't know. Very mysterious. No, it isn't, your mom replies. We need to secure a food source this year, before our rations run out. We're working double shifts in geoponics, but it's not enough. We need more people planting, tending, turning the soil. We need more hands. I can pull back the surveyors and focus on foraging native plants, Utopia offers. Even the young folks can help, if they've proven themselves around the survey equipment. I'll send out a hollow message later. Okay. Status starving. Physical skill increases reduced by 1. Oh, geez. This has been the burden of geoponics for too long, Udcott says. It's time we all step up. For our future. The council nods in agreement. Your stomach rumbles ominously. Oh no. Alright, what do we got? Xenobotany research. Geoponics. I want to take a look at what that does, but I think we're actually going to end the stream here. Okay, I guess we can't look at that quite yet. I'll leave that for next time then. I think we'll call it a day today. Thanks for coming, guys. Ooh, our stats are getting pretty nice. Look at that. Welcome to the famine event. Yeah. Things are looking pretty bad right now. But 14 is going to be your year. So it'll be fine, right? Alright, well, we'll be back with more of this on Thursday, I guess. Alright. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having fun. And yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll pick this back up next time and hope things don't go too horribly. Alright, bye.